A, czyli teraz się będziemy bawić w majestatyczną ikonę tej gry. Czyli w przesłuchania.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Dobra, relacje naszego świadka. Informacje o świadku, ten. Pytania po prawej, no dobra. Materiały dowodowe. W sumie jakie mamy teraz? Użycie broni palnej. Kwit depozytowy. Pistolet i łuski.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Coś ukrywa. Tak z mojego ten. Wciśnij trójkę. No dobra.
You're lying, Miss Galleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Kwit. No i proszę, od razu pokazuje mi kwit depozytowy.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galleta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Czyżby właściciel był wściekły na tego, że oskarżył go o chińszczyznę?
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
No. Zakwestionuję, jeżeli uważasz, że... Czyli tak. Jeżeli bardzo mocno wkręci łbem, to oznacza, że kłamie. A jeżeli coś tam ukrywa, to tak... On opuszcza wzrok i próbuje ten kontakt wzrokowy. Dobra.
You're making me angry, Miss Galleta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews.
Ooh.
A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Okay.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galleta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Dobra, to już nie wiem. Co mi to? Możliwy motyw o tle rasistowskim? Religijnym. W sumie. Czemu ja od razu poszłem na rasizm? Dobra. 5 busek wystrzelonych. No było wiele, to prawda. Niech jej by. Zaraz. To jeszcze mamy taki bajer. Dobre. No dobra. No ale... Czy na pewno? Bo jeżeli tak no to może będę widział jak ściemniają, ale czy jak mówią prawdę, to będę miał problemy, na pewno. O, brawo, zgadła. Właściwe reakcje 3 na 3. Uaktualniono rangę?
Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Poszlaki oznaczone na mapie? Czyli im większy level mam tego, tym bardziej mi będą pomagać we w tych sprawach? Nie, taka lekka ściema. Za duże ułatwienie. Dobra, to teraz pogadajmy. Killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's. That's a couple of blocks from here. Thinking what I'm thinking? Tate, maintain the perimeter. Najpierw musiałbym jeszcze pojechać do sklepu z bronią, żeby mieć dowód na to, że on go kupił. Bo inaczej będzie ściema. Sklep... O! Sklep z bronią. O matko. Teraz jeszcze na M jest mapa. Raczej trudno nie będzie dojechać. Tak myślę. Tylko mógłbym też wiedzieć, gdzie się uruchamia tą syrenę, żeby nie robić jakichś tam problemów. Ha. Hamulec jest tutaj masakryczny, no ale pewnie to były w sumie początki hamulcy i nie można przywrócić kamery tak szybko, tylko sama musi się nastawić, jak się jeździ samochodem, więc no nie jest wesoło, powiem szczerze. Spodziewałem się czegoś że będzie łatwiej no ale to jest... W sumie nie pamiętam, czy to za czasów jeszcze GTA 4. Chyba za czasów GTA 4 raczej. Bo już nie wiedziałem, czy 4, czy San Andreas raczej było puszczone, ale nie, raczej 4. Dobra. Sklep z bronią. Trochę dalej. Jest na rogu. Dobrze myślę, tak. Od razu mnie zatrzymało. W sumie lepiej, niż jakbym miał kombinować.
What can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir. Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Caillou. Edgar Caillou was his name. Thing looked like it'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Caillou?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
To nawet nie musiałem przeglądać książki. Już mi właściciel powiedział dokładnie, kto jest właścicielem broni. Więc... dobra. Lokacje. Sklep jubilerski. Ustaw. To chyba czasami nawet niedaleko stąd będzie. Chociaż diabli wiedzą. No w sumie, no jest bardzo niedaleko. Rzut beretem wręcz. Albo ciężkim kamieniem. Dobra, mamy sklep jubilerski. Ciekawe, czego się dowiemy od właściciela.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Witamy.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
No ciężko było się domyśleć, że to on może być.
Kalu, get back here!
Whoa! Easy!
Too late, Kalu! Every man for himself!
A, czyli żeby zatrzymać przy użyciu broni, muszę wycelować i
Kalu, you're under arrest for the...
celować na niego, aż cały ten się zrobi. Ten uśmiech. Za 50 zł.
The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time, and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Jezu, może od razu daj mi miecz sprawiedliwości i pozwól mi go zadźgać.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Ściemnia, to widać. I ten... kłamie jak nic.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Ah!
All about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Okej, czyli przez przypadek zrobiłem dobrze. Muszę używać klawiszy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kłamie.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kwity?
I'm done with you. Go
Okay.
your gum somewhere. I want my lawyer.
Dupa.
I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
No to skopałem.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girls back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Dobra, zauważyłem, że tam jest goju, nie gnoju, ale...
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kłamie.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, tylko jedyne co mi wychodzi to kwit depozytowy, no ale kurde. Incydent z użyciem broni palnej, w którym mężczyzna. Ten tu ściemia, to jest ten. Czyli raczej to nie będzie to.
Like I made a mistake.
Zakwestionować, kurde.
Sit here and listen to your drivel.
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stump Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Będę miał problemy.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps.
Nie całkiem. Po trzecim razie dopiero.
Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Jej, awans do detektywa. Aż skaczę z radości. Dobra. To byłoby chyba na tyle. Nie. Ty to nazwij pozytywnym, ja to powiem naucz się na błędach. Dobra. A to był drugi odcinek. Nie, w sumie to będzie... Teraz tak myślę. Trzeci odcinek. Więc do zobaczenia w kolejnym. Na razie i cześć.